Round of 10, Group A. 2022 Hot 6 GSL Season 3.
Thank you for waiting, everybody. We're back and we're ready to go into this next best of 3. It's going to be another PVZ from the GSL Season 2 champion herO going up against RagnaroK. And, you know, again, herO really changed a lot of the ways that the matchups, that we understand them, really, from a Protoss perspective. He has been going for these early Forge builds. He did get to the GSL finals last season by basically having kind of this aggro Stalker Oracle style and kind of almost out-expanding the Zerg, kind of very different approach.
Yeah.
And I want to see what he's got to offer here now. I mean, we talked about how he changed the matchup in last season, but it seems like he's not even done changing it as we're in Season 3.
Yeah, it definitely looked very different today than what it has in the past, and we'll see what that does against RagnaroK. I actually think the adjusted style that he showed is going to be stronger against RagnaroK than against Solar, because when you think of RagnaroK, this guy will do things like one big timing attack to kill Protoss very often, and he nails it. He's very good at it. He knows when to use it and stuff, but like herO's style plus disruptors will be a lot more robust against something like that. So we'll see if he continues on that path, and if RagnaroK does use his like Ling, Bane, Roach, Ravager type attacks that he has really preferred in the matchup. But although I feel like he uses those more as like a timing to try to knock out people that are trying to go Sky Toss.
It seems like it a little bit more.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't want to try to predict exactly what he's going to do against herO because he's such a different player. But that is the type of way that we've seen a lot of games from RagnaroK.
All right, guys, we're going to be hopping into this best of 3 now. It'll be Data C, Tropical Sacrifice, and Cosmic Sapphire.
Are you sure it's Data C? I think it's Datak.
I think you're right. I think I've been saying it wrong the whole time. Oh, it's going to take a while to load up here. Guys, get ready to see what herO's going to do in this match. If he keeps changing it, it's crazy. Our best of 3 starts now on Data.
First defend, then attack.
Dragon Phoenix Gaming, herO.
Whoa, what was that? Did you see that?
No, what did
he like? I don't know. He looked pained for a
X,
second. Did he mess up? Or he built something?
He went pylon gas. Is he on like some super weird autopilot?
Well, we saw.
Is his pylon misplaced?
Yeah, I wonder what the.
Okay, so he went. Yeah, pylon. Oh yeah, pylon gas gate is like better if you don't probe scout.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I'm reading too much into it, but normally when we see the players' faces, I mean, you know, it's the first few minutes.
Yeah.
Protoss needs doors! It's true, it's true.
100%. That guy gets it.
Yeah, they also need moats, too.
I wonder how a moat would be used. You have to invent boat units and bridges and stuff.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's just all go play Age of Empires.
Hey, man, there were boats in Warcraft 2. Were there boats in Warcraft 3? There weren't, right?
No. No boats in Warcraft 3.
It's interesting they would go away from that.
It's weird. It's weird to have boats in a game.
What?
In an RTS game.
Why is that weird to have boats in a game?
Yeah, so, like, think about it, right? Like, things get so different if there's water on the map or if there's not water on the map, and then how that water is placed. Right?
Yeah.
So that's why.
I would not be opposed to some boats.
You should play some Age then. I mean, there's
no,
like,
I can't kill the buildings in Age of Empires. It's too hard. It takes 1,000 years to kill somebody.
Rams, dude.
It takes 1,000 years to kill somebody in Age of Empires.
Oh, that's for sure.
That is like,
that's
you thought
for sure.
TVT was long. I like the game. It was, I think, a good RTS, but yeah, man, I mean, it's grindy, dude. One of the things I like about StarCraft, specifically 1 and 2, is like, you can also just die in a couple minutes.
Yeah.
You know, it makes for these really interesting games. Like sometimes like 1 or 2 units gets killed and it goes, Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
It's going to snowball from here. And then other times you have these long, dramatic games. But I feel like if I can't kill them or be killed, if that's not a possibility early on, I feel like the game becomes less exciting for me.
I get you. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's the inevitability of a longer game is not something that I think is great, which is funny because I play Terran in StarCraft 1, so there is that inevitability. I either die or the game is long.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I get you.
Okay, so we've got the wall in all plugged up.
Very standard opener here from herO, right? Just going into Oracle, plugging the wall, as you say. RagnaroK into 3 bases, speed almost done.
Yeah.
Nothing weird at all so far.
And no forge yet. No big surprises like that here. And he's going to just slip this Adept and Probe out here.
Yeah.
He's trying to just hide it if he can, the presence of that third Nexus. But yeah, again, looking a lot like a lot of the other openers we've seen. Not just from herO, but in the matchup in general. But I would not be surprised if we do start to see the Stalkers begin to accumulate. Maybe he's going to go for more of like what he did last season, where he just kind of did a 3 base, then a 4 base, and went Blink Stalker with Oracle.
Oh, it is possible. He just threw down 2 additional gas. He's going up to 4 gas really, really quickly. There's the Forge and the Twilight. Okay. 3 Adepts being sent out. Look at this. He's predicting that RagnaroK is being very greedy right now, which actually is somewhat true. He just started 10 more links, but he only had like 4 links. So we do have some potential for damage.
Okay. Oracle's going to come up in towards the main. No, he's going to come back here and try to defend these Adepts.
Ooh. Very nice moves from RagnaroK, I think.
Yeah, dude. Great zoning.
Yeah, yeah. He's doing this just right. This was like perfect ling timing, perfect zoning, just great defense. And it's not like, you know, you walk across the map with 3 Adepts and 2 Oracles and expect a ton of damage, but he really didn't get anything done with that. So nicely done. Good deflection.
Yeah, but at the same time, herO's not really overextending, right? I mean, he's kind of fine. You know, he's going to get a couple more drone kills. Nicely done 5. There's nothing to sneeze at. He can recall that back.
Well, it's a very, excuse me. It's a very handsome game so far.
And Blink is going to be coming here. Warp Prism on the way out as well as these gates get thrown down.
Starting to make the gate walls.
Yeah, okay, so this is really looking like what we saw last season.
Yeah.
But I don't know that Zergs know how to deal with this yet. I mean, that's kind of what's so fun about GSL is watching pros, you know, outthink each other and stuff. But this seems hard, man. I mean, the strength of the strategy is self-evident when you start to see the fights happen, where the Protoss just runs away if it doesn't think it's fair, and if he thinks he can, you know, chase you down, he'll blink on top of you. So
look at this. herO's lost literally nothing so far.
Oh, that's crazy.
He starts his 4th Nexus. He's 5 gates warping in right now.
He'll probably have 3 more gates plug up that entrance too.
Yeah, and there is that Disruptor tech. So he does get that started, but a little bit later than what we saw against Solar, and no second Forge.
Yeah, interesting to see the recall for that.
Yeah, I think he just loses it all otherwise. The blink just was not quite far enough.
Yeah.
Really good warp in there at that 3rd base. Make sure he can hold on. And blink is about to finish. He has a Prism. 4th Nexus is up.
Yeah, I mean, so we should start seeing some action here. And that's that kind of move I'm talking about. He's running away, blink at him.
Look at this.
No, he hasn't lost a single thing. Oh my God.
I only recall 1 perfect game ever in StarCraft. Obviously, this can't be perfect. It's too big. But I'm talking about in professional StarCraft 2. I remember there was 1 game that MC played once where he literally lost no units and killed another pro.
Yeah. That's insane, man.
But this is like one of the longest perfects that I've ever seen, especially with the amount of action that we've seen. Like, he's still not lost anything.
Oh my God.
He literally still has not lost anything. We're 7 minutes and 26 seconds in. It's crazy.
This is wild, man.
Can you imagine playing for 7 minutes and 30
and not losing
seconds?
and actually having fights the whole time?
Well, no, imagine it from RagnaroK's point of view, though. That you just keep going in and trying to do things, and you literally can't even kill 1 unit. Like, that doesn't even make sense. It's like a bad anime.
I wonder I wonder if he even knows, though, that he hasn't killed anything yet.
Probably not.
Yeah.
I don't think you really keep track of that so much.
Yeah. You're just
He
trying to
knows
look
that
for the
nothing
next...
has gone in his favor, but if we showed him that tab, he would probably uninstall.
Yeah. Okay.
Show us that tab one more time, please. Because we're about to lose a unit.
No! No!
Right, backing up here. The Hydro Link coming in. That is a little bit tricky to deal with.
Oh, the disruptor shots.
A little bit hard, though, to catch those Lings.
Yep, charge now, finishing up, sending some Zealots out over here.
And there's a Fleet Beacon, Tasteless.
Oh, what? Yeah.
A double
what?
starport. This is so weird.
I think he's going to camp.
Dude, he'll do anything, man. Like, this is...
He
his
makes it look
strategies
like...
are almost too fluid.
Yeah.
Like, you shouldn't be able to do this many different things.
Yeah, I'm like, are you confident with all these things you're doing right now? This is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
All right, always worth it to trade the Zealots in for the Hydras, man. You know?
Dude, just the fact that he's going to switch it into carrier is blowing my mind. Like, he went for his normal strat, and then he went into some disruptors. So Gateway Man with 4 base into disruptor. He's, like, stayed pretty active on the map. And now into carrier. It's just insane. Now, that is a lot of drop overlords.
Okay. I mean, the drop overlords could be pretty deadly. They are going to get spotted here by these Zealots, which are basically off to the side to be used for counterattacks. And, I mean, you see this once. You basically have one shot with the drops in a game like this, and he's already spotted it, so...
It's hard to imagine those drops do anything when you see it that far out.
Yeah, he's making Void Rays, by the way.
Yeah, and the Mothership
core.
Actually, when I saw the Fleet Beacon, I thought that it would just be for Mothership. But, I mean, he's gone 3 Stargates, so maybe... I think eventually he's ready to switch it up. But the Mothership does make a lot of sense for the recalls.
Okay, so now we wait. I mean, I really thought we were going to have that push come, but, you know, I guess we can't have that come until the Mothership's out. Again, Zealots are trading out very nicely.
I love this ad of the Mothership, Tasteless.
Yeah.
Like, the Mothership is not a unit that I think anyone really thinks about all that
much.
much.
I forget it's in the game, to be honest.
Yeah, it's not always that useful, but oh my god,
dude,
that was really
amazing.
Yeah. But really, when you think about the way that herO plays, the Mothership adds in a second recall, right? So he can recall offensively with it, he can recall defensively with it.
Yeah, that's a good point.
He can reposition his army on the other side of the map to hit another base. There's like a lot of things that can be done with it. I think it could be very useful, which is cool because like we have seen tactics like that used in the past with the Mothership, but not that often, and it's been a while.
Yeah, let's see what he's got. He's got 3 more carriers being made over here. He's getting like every unit in the game.
Yeah. What are we missing? Dark Templar we haven't seen.
Yep.
A Tempest.
Oh, dude, 22 probes killed? My god.
Phoenix. Yeah, that is a lot.
We actually have lots of units that haven't been made yet. Sorry.
Yeah, like, Tasteless, what are you even... Haven't seen a Colossus, Tasteless.
Yeah,
where's
true.
the Colossus?
Yeah.
I haven't seen an Observer. Where
There's
are
no
those?
Immortal here. What am I talking about?
Yeah, no Immortal. Damn, Tasteless. That was...
That was pretty bad, actually.
Jeez. Maybe you should move to Canada.
Okay, another attack comes in over here. Oh, these disruptor shots are insane! What in the world?
That was crazy.
Wow.
That was really good. And now the Mothership coming over. I love this.
Can he push now?
No.
I guess not.
No. Look at herO's actual army right now. It's such a goofy looking army. It doesn't actually do anything. It defends. Like, he's got some disruptors and, like...
It's a box art army.
He's got, like, 4 Blink Stalkers and a Mothership and a Void Ray. Like, look at this. 1 Archon. This is such... Like, that is not an army that actually fights that well. He needs to reinforce a bit more. He has 3 more carriers coming. Okay, you add in 3 more carriers, it becomes an army that can fight. Great defensively, though. You know, that's something we see sometimes. You make these defensive armies against Zerg, and then, like, you try to attack with them, and it's like, no, man. Like, Phoenix Disruptor is not for attacking, okay?
Yeah, well, he's going to try to come up here again. Oftentimes, I feel like it'd be there's a reason why we don't see armies like this, but then herO manages to make them work. Again, the disruptor shots are insane, but what's going on under this these void rays?
Yeah,
looks like Protoss is just losing the fight on the ground.
I told you can't fight with that army. That's like, that was a defensive army, and he walked out on the map with it, and then he got it slaughtered for the most part. His air units remain, and that's the most important part of it, so that's nice. But he did lose every disruptor, so we'll see if that's going to bite him in the butt.
Okay, well, he's going to keep pushing forward here. I mean, I don't see anything that can really defend this. The Hydras are being taken care of pretty quickly. Keep in mind, he can go right from here into the main, of all places, where all attack is going to be.
He's going to lose his 5th right there, but I don't think that matters as much as what he's doing to Zerg at the moment. 13 more Hydras are being made. Like, this is this thing that we've seen. Yeah,
dude,
GG.
it's just wild.
herO is something
just
else.
Built different, man. I don't know. It's so weird, right? Like, and it really did look like it was going to be that Stalker Oracle pressure, right? I mean, maybe that's part of the strategy is instead that you switch into carriers and Zerg just doesn't quite have what they need. Swap out the supply.
Could be.
I don't know, man.
Well, he's wiggling around with the strategy so much at this point, going into anything that, yeah, it's. I think he's just looking at the game and exactly what's going on, and he's just reacting in this way that's above everybody.
Yeah.
Above everybody, above all the Protoss, above all the Zerg. Like, I think he's got the flow of this down to such an art form right now, because it started out with exactly what we were seeing last season, then went into a hybrid of that and what we've seen from him against Solar, into Sky Toss, which is like, yeah, we've never seen anything quite like this.
Tropical Sacrifice for map 2. Let's see what hero's going to do this time.
Dragon Phoenix Gaming, herO. Alpha X, RagnaroK.
He does like to send that probe out and get the delay here. I'm kind of almost weirded out by how much different stuff hero's doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially when we saw what he already was doing was so strong. The fact that he would have the ability to also play that style so well, and it's so above what everybody else is doing. I think even I'm having like a hard time following it and casting it.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, Tasteless, I like what you're saying, because think historically about the best Protoss players that we've had. MC was completely about force fields and attacking, right?
Yeah.
Rain was completely about defense, although he had actually more range than any of the other guys I'm about to say. Look at Zest. He was all about optimizing builds and having large amounts of things at certain times. Look at Stats. He was a very defensive-based Protoss. And Stats was the best Protoss in the world for a few years there. And we talked a lot about how he lacked range compared to all the other Protoss.
Right.
But what we're watching from herO is actually a bit reminiscent of Maru, where he's playing completely different from everyone of his race. He's using a wider range from everyone of his race.
Yeah.
He just won a championship. He's smashing everybody. I mean, we actually might end up getting into one of these players, right? Like we have like 4 Zergs in the world that are like way above all the other Zergs. We have one Terran that's way above because TY's in the military, right? And now maybe we get a Protoss that's like, because the Protoss have all kind of been the same, right? It's like, okay, well Zest is just as good
when
as...
SOS was active, he was like probably the closest to like, wow, this guy can kind of do anything. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but it was more on the aggro, crazy style. But yeah. I guess I'm talking more of a GSL rather than just overall. I'm thinking about GSL history more than overall history, because SOS didn't have as much success in GSL, but had a lot internationally.
Right.
But
well, Well,
yeah,
SOS seemed like he was the player that you could just have play anybody in the world all day, like almost like grinding on ladder, and just probably have the highest success rate. You know what I mean? He just seemed to have the right set of stamina, the right range of builds, the weirdness.
Yeah.
He was especially very good versus good players. You know, he knows how good players think and kind of knows how to manipulate.
Totally. Speaking of SOS, didn't mean to actually get into him, but I do not know if it's him. I'm going to actually message a friend and ask tomorrow probably. But there is a Protoss player on the StarCraft 1 ladder near the top, and under their barcode, you know, the account name is SOS.
Oh, you think? Oh, wow.
Yeah, he might be. He might have switched. It's possible because he retired from StarCraft 2 a while ago.
Yeah.
And I didn't hear that he went to the military yet, but he might have. So I mean, it could be an impersonator, but it might just be SOS, man.
that would be crazy. Well, you know, we've had some players that have shifted between the two StarCrafts, man.
Totally. Yeah.
The two most successful of those.
Deer is a top tier Protoss right now in StarCraft 1.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild, man. Yeah, but like Sulky and Rain, I mean, having massive success at both games.
Yeah, champions, both. But yeah, anyways, yeah, what we're watching from herO is amazing. Like, I think it's going to take a little bit more time to confirm that idea that I just put out there about, like, maybe he is going to be like the Maru of Protoss. We'll see, but it's pretty damn cool. I just thought it was the coolest thing.
So, I mean, in this game, we've got the third base coming here. Not a very eventful game so far. Just waiting for Blink to come here. I don't, and at this point in time, because I'm still trying to get a handle on what hero's doing, I don't know if there is going to be a mothership or carriers here. I don't know if you see the Zerg do something and that triggers you to make that.
Yeah.
I don't, I just don't know, guys.
Here's the funny thing, right? You and I, as, you know, competitive StarCraft players, but lower tier, a lot of times we're looking for branches where it's like you see this and you do this.
Yeah.
But that doesn't have to be the way that it's played at these top levels, right? Like, he can just feel it and be like, this is right, let's go.
Yeah, it could be.
Which, I mean, you and I would both do as well. Any player would, at certain times, not know exactly the branch, but be like, you know what, I think this would be good, and it is.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so this Overlord is going to see everything, and he'll see that Blink is coming now.
It was a solid scout.
Yeah, it was about as good of a scout as you could ask for,
can't
really.
complain about that. That was worth the minerals. he did his job very well. All right, so the Forge does get started here. And the Oracle's not really finding the damage that they have been getting.
Okay. So Blink is done. He's going to be out on the map. Charge starting here too. As you know, let's see how committed these stalkers are going to be. There's the there it is, the early fourth base, the one that always, every time I watched him do this last season, I'm like, Dad, you can't do that, right? And then
not very normal.
Yeah.
Like, you don't even have splash damage. You can't do that.
Keep making stuff out of your robo or you're going to lose the game.
Yeah.
And again, the combination of the Oracle and the Stalkers is really scary because the Oracle can kill off stuff on the ground so fast. And then the Stalkers, when they have Blink, just like that. See, it's always getting value. Yeah. You tag it with the Oracle, now you know their army movement. You know exactly if they're going to be too squishy or a little bit too solid, and you pick your fights wisely. And the roaming of this, again, just getting value, killing stuff off. You know, it's death by 1,000 cuts if the Protoss can keep this up and keep you behind.
More gates going up here as well. The Robo gets started. Second Forge gets started here. Spire is being made. I don't think he's going to use it, though. Do you think Mutas would be all right here? Like, we did see Solar actually utilize Mutas okay.
Yeah, I don't think Mutas are bad, actually. But I don't think... Oh.
I don't think he can go for them, though.
There it is, dude, again. The value, dude. I look at this and I go, why wasn't this always happening?
People weren't good enough, honestly.
People, you look at this, you go, this was always a part of the game, Stalkers with Blink.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's crazy to me that they haven't...
well, people always tried, like, bludgeoning attack, right, with them, whereas this is a grinding that we're seeing.
Yeah, you sand them down. You turn the sand him down to a little nerd powder.
Yeah.
You sprinkle it.
This is how you make
On your
sand
steak.
out of rocks.
Yes.
You know what? That's it. Hero is the tide.
Any gamer worth his salt has a little bit of ground up nerd in the kitchen. Add a little bit of flavor in there.
Yeah.
You know?
And they all make different flavors, right? Like, for
Yeah.
instance, Protoss, very sweet. Terran, bitter.
Bitter. Okay, he's again just really not losing stuff. Let's see what these mutas can do. This is going to be a great opportunity to kill off a bunch of stuff. Insta recall. Muta's, of course, going to back away and look for opportunities elsewhere.
Perfect retreat. The blink can't really quite catch him, but this group of stalkers comes down and pushes them back. Only 4 probes killed. Like, okay. I mean, he's going over here. And you know what? One thing this is doing is keeping the stalkers back for now. I'm still not 100% sold that these mutas are going to be worth it, but we'll see. Lots of Ling Bane coming out. Look at this, 30 Banes. Baneling speed on the way as well.
All right. Yeah, I mean, this is definitely an army you got to be careful around here, what Zerg has, but okay, and he's going to be going out. RagnaroK going to be taking the initiative here. He's going to try to bust this down.
Yeah, may end up working.
Nice blink away.
This is going to be a lot of Ling Bane coming up here. 55 Banelings right now.
Wow, Baneling speed about to finish here. Let's see what he can do with this.
He's going to open up those rocks. See, this is the type of attack we were talking about before. This is the type of attack that RagnaroK really does like in the matchup.
Yeah, just kind of
look at that. The Archons and everything and the Immortals. Oh my god. That is so many Banelings, though.
Well,
dude, that was so ridiculously many Banelings.
Wow. Here's the thing, though. I mean, Protoss is going to live. But also bear in mind that we did have these games where, like, hero would get attacked and then immediately counterattack and do a ton of damage.
This is crazy. Hero just holds right there. These Vita's actually on a very nice hold position, taking out quite a few probes over to the side here. Hero just moving the Prism out of the way right there.
Doesn't seem like he's going to be able to take this base out here. Good juggling with that War Prism. Okay, here comes the counter. Oh, no, he's going to back up. This is an exciting fight over there.
I think he will counter. Maybe he's waiting for another round.
I think so.
Like, he's going to get another Mortal out here. +2 is almost done for his attack.
Yep.
Some more Archons being added. I think Archons are the absolute key to winning this game because it's so Ling Bane focused.
We want to watch these Banelings in this next fight because he's dumped all his gas into that now. So he doesn't have a ton banked up here. And, yeah, I mean, this is kind of a funny game. I mean, basically, RagnaroK's trying to just come in here and break his back, so to speak. Kind of just come over here and smother him with so many Banes. Here we go again.
Great mirroring here from Hero.
Yeah, very good mirroring. Now, Hero's taking a base that's kind of sticking out towards the middle of the map, and that probably means that as that finishes up, he's going to use that as like a launching pad to attack from. He doesn't want to try to expand to corners where Zerg could take advantage of the opportunity to hit from a weird side that's hard to get to. He kind of wants to be in the middle of the map because he's going to be pushing anyways.
This is a cool game.
Yeah, I'm enjoying this quite a bit.
Yeah.
Now, Zerg's been maxed out and is just continuously refilling the Banelings here, but Protoss is almost there as well.
Yeah, and the one problem that I have with what RagnaroK is doing is his army does not scale. He's like, the army that you're seeing from Hero, it's getting better and better and better and better every time he makes a new unit for it. This maxed army from RagnaroK is an army that you're supposed to just throw into stuff because it just, like, if Hero gets what he wants, this army doesn't do much. Let's see. Oh my god. Just coming in from all angles right now. A ton of Archons coming down. Those Banelings going over towards those Archons.
My god, so much damage over here. I just don't see anything for Protoss, man.
Yeah, very little. Going after the probes
I feel
now.
like that can't be all of his army. Oh, there's Stalkers coming down from above. Okay, so he was pretty fragmented here.
Yeah, I guess he was missing those Stalkers, but
yeah.
I think it was more like RagnaroK hit it from like 270 degrees, and Hero's army was not optimally place together.
Yeah, things seem to be kind of isolated from each other. RagnaroK continues to come forward here. I think herO might be broken here.
Yeah, I think he might be. But last time we thought this, he just came back and won, so.
Yeah, let's not count him out. The Nexus is still there, but I think it's going to be an easy target for him to try to take out now.
Yeah, it seems like he will be able to pick off that Nexus. Pretty big kill.
I don't know that herO can recover from here, though. I mean, this is pretty low.
He's got, okay, yeah, he's got 4 base. It's drying up. The main and natural are pretty dry at this point.
True.
He's got a decent probe
more.
count. I think he's just going to make another Nexus.
Yeah,
he is getting a high-quality army, right? Like Archon, Immortal. It's good stuff.
He's going to try to expand here again, but there's already another attack about to be inbound.
2-2-1 upgrades for Protoss, by the way. I love that he got the Plasma Shield for a game with so many Archons. Ooh. Okay, decent dodging on those Biles. He's going to start losing these Archons, though. They are getting so low. The battery cannot keep up with it. Oh, man, that's going to be it.
Yeah, I don't think
You're not holding this.
Yeah, even getting all the way back there, hitting some of the probes. There's just so much coming through here. Really great game, honestly, from RagnaroK here. GG.
That's
RagnaroK
pretty badass.
Yeah.
That's
he's so strong today, man. It's crazy.
Hey, dude, he's been strong this entire year. And, I mean, he was pretty good last year. He's been on the up and up. But, I mean, if he wins this, he's like basically round of 6 already. Yeah, he'll be 2-0. 2-1-2-1. It's almost 100% that he'll go to the round of 6, I think, in at least 3rd place.
Yeah.
Like, I can't do all the math in my head right now, but it's like,
no,
I'm getting the feel for round of 10. So that's huge for RagnaroK. That would be 3 round of 6s this year, which is, that's insane.
We're going to go into map number 3 now. It's tied up 1-1. Cosmic Sapphire is where we will move this to. I have no idea what herO's going to do, man. He has had a very different approach here, but RagnaroK with a more direct way of trying to handle this just comes in here and smashes herO as herO's in the middle of development. Not really letting herO get to where he wants to go in that game.
No, he did not. We'll see how herO kind of adjusts against RagnaroK now. I think the Massling Bane he's having a little bit of a hard time with. Seems to be a reasonable counter.
All right, guys. We're going to go to the final game with these two. herO versus RagnaroK. Let's go.
Dragon Phoenix Gaming, herO. Alpha X, RagnaroK.
All right, so another cast before gate, so no scout here from herO. Really mixing up whether he's going to block your hatch or not. I do like that mix-up, because sometimes Zerg will actually skip one more drone to get the hatchery up before the probe comes. So
yeah.
I actually wasn't paying attention if he did this time, but you can sometimes bait them into screwing up their own build and then just going high econ for yourself. And I mean, it's a small edge. It's not something that's huge, but these type of mind games do help.
I imagine from RagnaroK we're going to have something that's going to be very direct, like we had in that last game, where he just comes in there and tries to clean out the count. It's kind of a funny thing. It makes me think of, you know, I've been streaming a lot of StarCraft 1, and, you know, PvT, of course. You know, there's an option for if the player goes Arbiter to recall or to force field at the entrance to try to hit him.
Yeah.
And I used to always recall because I felt like it was stronger and better. But as time passes, I realized I actually think it's better to like do a force field right when you can and try to break off all their stuff at the entrance. Yeah. Because you kill off enough tanks. Because in my head, I'm always thinking, oh, I didn't kill them off. This was dumb of me. But the reality is you just drop their tank count so much that it's hard for them to recover from that. And it's that last game that we had kind of reminded me of that concept.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's like he's just going to make tons of Banes. He knows that they're going to trade out. get the Archon count lower, get
Yes.
you, and make him start up again. And you can actually just do that. You could pound them a couple times over and close the game out. Or a lot of times I would like try to do a recall. Sometimes recalls are they're bad. Like they don't go the way you need them to. You know, sometimes you don't know where the mines are in their base or something like that. But yeah, so I kind of changed my stance on it. But watching what RagnaroK did there, I think that's the play. What herO's trying to do, at least so far, I mean, he could mix it up. He's definitely got quite the range in this matchup, but
Yeah.
definitely just getting in there and basically tearing down the building blocks of what they're doing by
Yeah.
taking that out and in a full-on engage is smart.
Oh, totally. I like what you're saying. You know, historically, Ling Bane against Protoss, what it is hinged upon is getting rid of those high-quality tech units. Like, if you remember that long meta of Ling Bane Hydra used against Protoss, it was literally all about, is their High Templar and Archon count growing or shrinking? If it's growing, you're going to lose because you're going to get less and less effective. If it's shrinking, you're going to win because you're breaking them. And that's, yeah, it is. It's that same type of idea for sure.
He's going to go for a disruptor play. Disruptor play. Dad!
Fast.
Sorry!
Fast disruptor drop. Always enjoyed this build.
Yeah. This is a good one. And this is herO basically saying, all right, I'm going to be the active player this time.
Ooh, Roach comes up. That's exactly what he wants to see. Or he would want to see. Obviously, he doesn't see it yet, but...
War Prism.
2
Speed
queens,
coming
6
here.
lings. 16 lings. There it is. Okay. That's what we were waiting for. Observer checking out. He's being very careful not to move the Observer in, because as soon as you see the Observer, you know it's Disruptor drop. Well, I guess it could be like an Immortal Push, but those don't really exist anymore like we were talking about. So, yeah, hides that back a little bit more. Prism speed is coming right along.
Okay. War Prism coming out.
This is
And-
an excellent move.
Yeah, this is a good punish here because you really need that third up in time. Oh, I like that little wall with the pylon there. That's cute.
I like the picking off the probe too. I think losing a few extra lings is worth that. Surprised he,
Yeah,
okay.
he stayed there a little bit too long, I would say.
Yeah, but killing the probe is great. Just slowing herO down in any way. Good defense so far. I don't believe the Disruptor has really gotten any kills. Now he's got the speed, so can be a little bit more brazen.
Yeah, he just needs to find like a juicy spot with a bunch of units and try to get a shot to connect. He is forcing drones to run away.
That was a nice one.
Whoa!
Good location.
Oh my God, he got all the queens. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's wild how much damage that was. Well, that's going to make him a lot more brittle coming up here. Even though transfuses are going to heal it, there's just less transfuses later on.
Less creep spread, less transfuses. That's a big deal. Colossus on the way as well as Blink. So very likely we'll see a strong follow-up timing attack.
Okay. Is he going to drop that?
Yeah,
You know, I should never underestimate the ability for something to get away in a War Prism when there's good people playing.
Oh, yeah. Especially a Speed Warp Prism.
Yeah.
God, those things are fast.
Okay, it's going to wrap around here again.
The defense here has just been so good. Oh, he gets Queen, okay. Another Disruptor coming. There's one Colossus or two Colossus, I'm not sure.
Okay, so Spire coming along here. It's going to be go time soon here for Protoss.
He really hasn't found the damage he was looking for here.
Yeah, it's kind of insane, actually. The Zerg has just done a very good job zoning.
Got a couple queens.
Yeah.
What else? Nothing really, right?
Baited out transfuses, I guess.
Yeah.
But if you're not going to attack right away, I actually thought the attack was going to come sooner, but I guess it can't come until +1 and Blink are done, right?
Yeah. Might want to let that third base economy kick in a little bit, get those extra gateways up, right? Like, I mean, when you're doing a build like this, you really need the attack to do something. I do not believe that we have a Baneling Nest yet.
Guy keeps chipping away here. Yeah, Baneling's Nest is going to be important when this push actually comes up here.
Yeah, the Blink Stalker Colossus, well, I think, yeah, it is just the one Colossus, which is still useful, it's still good. But when you do have comps like that, they clump up so much, Banelings become pretty powerful, even though they don't do full damage like anything in the army.
Yeah, somehow this Disruptor's still alive, but 13 mutas are about to hatch, so he's going to have to go back. Yeah. And, you know, when you see two guys moving to the middle of the map, one of them's got to be wrong. So he's going to come around here again. We're just starting to see the beginnings of that, the Stalker blink, and just shaving off a few extra units, getting a little bit of extra value here or there. Warping round coming, and the pressure's on here. The push has begun.
Yeah, it's a pretty powerful push, and the 11 mutas that just popped out, I don't think are going to help against this push very much. He may try to go for a counterattack. He lost 2 mutas on the way out, which is just brutal.
Oh, this is a...
Oh, whoa.
What am I watching? What is happening right now?
No, this was a huge mistake, that recall. I think he got afraid, and now his army is completely fragmented. The Stalkers have to walk back. He's losing so much. This was a
I think he just like, threw the game so hard with that. What?
Yeah, I think the mutas...
And the hatchery's still alive. The hatch is still here.
Oh, God. It's even worse than I thought.
Yeah.
But yeah, I believe he did a recall on those Stalkers to defend mutas.
I guess.
But then literally RagnaroK turned around and instantly killed like the army. Oh, was it? That's even worse.
I think he saw the mutas on the screen and then saw it on the minimap and got confused and thought, okay, these mutas are counter-attacking me, but the mutas are actually back at home.
I mean, his army was based on a death ball, right? Like, you have to keep it together. You lose so much power otherwise.
I don't know if RagnaroK has enough, though. I only see mutas right now.
Okay, he gets rid of the Prism. He has 19 mutas against 27 Stalkers. Stalkers only have +1. Lings coming out. The Lings can be very helpful here. Lings actually deal damage pretty damn quickly.
Okay. He is continuing to roam. He's taking out one base there. Keep thinking he's going to see that Overlord, but I guess there's no War Prism with it, so he can't see up. And he could go for the gold base here. Perfectly acceptable way to play, but the muta counterattack is going to come in here, and this is going to be pretty difficult to deal with.
All right, the muta's coming in and picking off shield batteries really, really quickly. Very cool. Takes out a cannon, gonna fly out. 25 mutas right now. I think he needs a Baneling Nest if he wants to play like this, because it's like turning into a Stalker ball against a muta ball.
Yeah, and so this is going to keep coming out, man. But again, the longer the Zerg has that gold base, the more of a problem this is going to be. I love the counterattacks from RagnaroK. It's so smart. It's just sort of, because the Stalkers can't quite get across the map to kill the base without him losing his own bases. And so, you know, I think RagnaroK might just be able to take this game. I mean, it's this weird situation where, like, he can't quite get the value he wants out of the Stalkers because the Zerg isn't engaging him in the way that he wants.
Yeah, yeah. You know, obviously he's got like a stronger standing army right now, and he does kill this hatch in the bottom left on the gold, so that's very, very important.
And it's 3 base to 3 base right now. Zerg's trying to recover.
But very oftentimes when there's no Stargate and Zerg commits to mutas, it turns into a base trade, because that's what Zerg has to do.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I mean, obviously if they got way far ahead, they can just go kill you, but...
Snaps that War Prism here. The thing is, eventually, you're going to have to deal with these Stalkers, and I don't know if he actually has an answer for that.
Well, he's got 37 mutas against 47 Stalkers. Like, at some point there will be so many Stalkers they won't all shoot at the same time.
Yeah, but I mean, he can also just keep blinking behind him. I mean, these exchanges seem to be going well. I feel like I'm seeing 1 or 2 Stalkers die when the mutas are getting shaved off big time. And now he can fraction off with some of that. Okay, so the mutas are going to come back.
Yeah, this type of move is so important, but those are going to just blink away, right?
Yeah, well, that's the thing, though. I mean, look, he's still getting these really efficient trades.
He's just the master of Stalkers.
You're going to say the Mad Hatter or something.
He's a Mad Hatter. Yeah. I'm just going to give him a nickname that doesn't mean anything.
He's like the Penguin of Zerg, right?
Like, what, the Batman villain? I'm like, no, the bird.
The animal. The bird that can't fly.
Yeah.
Stay on target.
But very good at swimming.
Yes,
Stay with me here.
Yeah.
All right, look at this. Goes up and magic boxes those Archons, does take them out. Very nice kills. Goes after the Templar Archives once again. That's actually like an important move. Archons with the Stalkers make it so that you can never engage.
Oh, he didn't kill that hatch as well. That hatch has like, yeah.
Oh, really?
5% HP.
Oh, that's crazy. Okay, well, the gold base gets taken out once again. Going after these probes. Dude, this is an insane game. herO's down to 16 workers. You keep telling me these Stalkers are grinding value, but like, at what point can you have them grind so much value that you don't need workers anymore?
Yeah, this is kind of crazy. He actually can't recall this, by the way. Something to keep in mind here. There's actually too much here. Oh, the rest of the Stalkers are coming down.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, and why are these Stalkers here? Well, he can blink. He's like, I don't care.
Oh, the Lings, it looks like RagnaroK has decided now is the time. 39 against 42.
Oh my God.
Oh man.
I mean, this is a lot of Stalkers.
But that's a lot of Mutas.
Yeah, but I think if he blinks away.
No, I think the Mutas got it.
Did the Mutas actually win this?
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're right. Look at that.
Blave's bounce tasteless.
I've just like never seen so many Stalkers before. That's crazy. This game should be over. 64 drones to 16.
Well, he's still got
probes.
2 observers.
Yeah,
so.
He's got that. GG.
Wow.
RagnaroK takes it and beats herO, the GSL champ.
That's
wow,
crazy.
Wow.
Dude, we got to really reposition RagnaroK in the standings.
Yeah. That's crazy. I'm almost in disbelief.
Rogue retired. He's taking his place.
I feel like that isn't even real. You know what I mean? Like, I see that. I'm just not used to seeing RagnaroK dominate like this. He's gotten so good this year, man.
He really has. He really has, and very well deserved. I think there's no chance for him not to go to the round of 6 at this point.
All right, man. Well, herO, he's still going to have to put his back into it, man. He's not out of this group yet. I mean, he's the most likely guy who would be advancing, but I'll tell you what. Right now, you know, people got an answer for him. At least RagnaroK does. Guys, short break. When we come back, the final best of 3 of the night, Solar versus GuMiho.